Hello everyone. This is a sprint to retrospective. During the sprint, most of the things we did right, and there are few things that needs to be improved, and we need to take action items based on these improved items so that we don't repeat the same mistakes again in the next sprint. Let me guide you through the workflow of this retrospective meeting. For first 10 minutes we will have it's like silent writing time. You will have Everyone will have time to write in the first section, that is what did we do right. Everyone can write down the points for the first 10 minutes, and then in the next 10 minutes we will write points in the second section, that is if we were to do it again, what would we do differently. And after this 20 minutes we will set up a timer of 5 minutes, and everyone will uh, everyone will have 5 votes for each section. So 5 votes for what did we do right, and everyone can vote for 5 cards. Okay, and then in next 5 minutes we have to vote in the second section, 5 votes.
Mhm.
So and then based on the highest number of votes, we will select few cards from what did we do right and discuss it, and few cards that has the highest vote in the second section and then discuss it, and parallelly uh, assign action items based on uh, what if we were to do it again, what would we do differently. Are everyone clear with the workflow?
Yes.
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 Okay, so let's dive into it. Leslie, you can start the timer and everyone can start writing in the first section.
Okay, start. 40 seconds.
Okay, so the time is up. Are everyone done with writing the points?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so yes, Leslie, you can begin the timer again for next 10 minutes, and this silent writing time is for writing the cards in. If we were to do it again, what would we do differently? Okay, so you can
Okay.
start the timer.
Okay, timer starts. 40 seconds.
Yeah, the
Timer
time is
one
up.
finished.
Yes, the time is
Yes.
up. So is everyone done with writing the points?
Yes.
Yes.
So now everyone, each one of you has 5 votes to vote in first section. Like uh, any of the 5 votes, you can any of the 5 cards you can vote. Okay, don't do more than 5 or less than 5 because there should not be any imbalance. Okay. So yeah, so Leslie, you can set the timer for 5 minutes.
Wait 1 second. Okay,
Yes, so you can
start.
begin the timer and everyone can start voting only in the first section. Okay, what did we do right? Okay.
Okay. 30 seconds.
So is everyone done with voting in the first section?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Leslie,
did.
okay. Leslie, you can begin the timer again for 5 minutes, and we will start voting in the second section. Similarly, everyone has 5 votes, and start begin the timer. Everyone can start voting.
Mhm.
Is everyone done with voting? Because I think we have only few cards in this section.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay, so Leslie, I think everyone is done. So Leslie, are you done with voting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you can remove the timer. Okay. So, yes, so now we will discuss each section one by one, okay? First, we will discuss what did we do right, and then After that, we will discuss if we were to do it again, what would we do differently, and based on this particular section, we will assign some action items to make our next sprint better. Okay. So let's say on the top bar you can see view sections, right? An option of view section. From the top bar you have a drop down menu, all sections, right? Click on it.
What? Which one?
Yeah, on the top you have view
Yeah.
section, all sections. Click on all sections
View section. What is
on
it?
your screen on the ideal board on top.
Yeah.
Click on it.
Okay.
Click on what did we do right. Yes, and sort by number of votes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, uh, yeah. So now it's all the cards are sorted by, uh, by highest number of votes, and we all can see we have three cards with four votes, one with three, and the next three with two. So let's discuss the first row basically. So yeah, the first card, it is good team communication for resolving issues. That was one thing we did right.
Yes.
And second card, we created detailed user stories and also technical user stories, which make the story points and team velocity evaluation more accurately. So this one particular thing, we got feedback in the last sprint from professor that our user stories are too large, and he asked us to, he suggested us to divide them into like into
Subtasks.
into different stories,
Mhm.
and separate the technical stories from the user stories. And I think we did it pretty well in this sprint. And the third card is finding sources and preparing a data set was one hell of a task, and we did it. Actually, it was because because there's no one particular source with all the images, and maybe uh, Leslie, like Zuen, Abhi, Tanzil, and all like went through many resources and prepared a data set. That was pretty heavy task.
Mhm.
And the next card is deadlines were set 1 2 days prior to the actual deadlines. Because of this, we had time to encounter last minute issues. So yeah,
Yeah.
so like in sprint one, at the end we had some issues with our model, and we did not have enough time to resolve because we were actually working along with the guidelines provided by the professor. But like in the last retrospective meeting, it was our action item to set deadlines 1 2 days prior, and Bangdin did a very good job in setting up those deadlines, and this
Mhm.
time it was done well. And the fifth card is good atmosphere to learn, work, and communicate with team members. Yeah, and team members are patient and nice. Yeah, so the credit goes to all the team members. Yeah, we did pretty well, and everyone shared their ideas on. Suppose Abhi and Tanzil were working on training the model. They shared with everyone how to train the model. They shared the algorithm they were using. So okay, let's move on to the next point. We began to code as soon as the planning meeting was done, giving enough development time to work on tasks. Yeah, so yeah, we started as soon as we did our planning meeting, because in the last sprint, what we did is we spent, like, I think half of the sprint time in making diagrams, user stories, and that led to very little time for development.
Yeah.
So, but this time, we had to write a technical paper as well. But then we
Yeah.
started as soon as everyone were assigned tasks, they began to code. That was one thing that went well.
Mhm.
And the last point we are going to discuss is planning was effective with tasks well defined and scope. Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. If anyone wants to discuss any particular card which you think is important, or we did it pretty well.
We got GCP subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, that was one thing that went well because we were not able to train it on our local system. So yeah, it was good point. So
Yes.
Yeah, because it's very difficult for us. We don't have like
Any
AI
platform to train.
experience, and we try so many times. If we don't have a cloud platform, and the training will be very slow, and we can't do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
we really
Mm,
try so many times.
mhm.
Mhm.
Now next, let's move on to the if you yes. Okay, maybe you can put all sections because we have to assign yes and all sections yes.
Okay.
So moving on to the next section, that is if we were to do it again, what we would do differently. So it's already sorted by the highest number of votes. We have one card with 6 votes, two cards with 5 votes, and two cards with 4 votes, and two cards with 3 votes. So let's just discuss all of them except the cards that has 1 vote. Okay. So the first card is instead of collaborating on a sample repository first and at the end pushing the code, we would do regular commits to the main repository to highlight our workflow timeline. So as you guys all know, we are first pushing the code to our sample repository, and then what we did is at the end we pushed it to the main repository. So what is happening is a
Sorry,
sprint. Yes.
sorry, I have a question. What is the main repository? You mean the main branch?
No, the thing is we have a sample repository which we are trying out, right?
Oh, God. You mean the repository created by Professor, our real work.
Yes.
Okay, got.
Yeah, so the thing is, yeah, so that what is happening is if you go to the insights of our of the repository provided by professor, there are no commits for the first 2 to 3 weeks of the sprint because we are not pushing it directly to the main repository. So what I feel is from the next in the next sprint, we will push it regularly. As soon as it's working on our sample repository, everything is good, there is no critical defects, it is meeting DoD, then we can push it to the main repository regularly.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What do you guys
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Because at
Kristen,
the
what do you
beginning we are the like fresh, have not many like experience of the GitHub, and we are afraid of like make mistake, so we create
yes,
this simple repo, and we think that will be better to make our like commit, our history and timeline looks more clear and better and no
yes,
mistake. But I think now we are graduate.
yes.
Yeah.
So let me just uh move it to the action items. So what do you guys suggest an action item should be based on this? Based on this card, what do you guys think action item should be and whom should it be assigned to?
To you, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, so yes, so maybe I will, as soon as someone updates their status in Jira, I
Mhm.
can I can, make sure that their code is on GitHub. I mean
Yes.
on the main repository.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me
Yes.
write an action item.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think another thing is, um, if we like make some mistake in the commit and GitHub, how can we like solve the problem?
Sorry.
I mean, we have a simple report because we want to avoid the mistake.
Yes.
But now we don't need it, and if we have mistake, how to solve the problem?
No, the thing is, first we will put it on sample repository,
Mhm.
and once we know everything, there are no what you call no errors, and everything is working good, then we can push it on the main repository. But
Okay,
as
got.
soon as possible, not like delaying it to the end of the sprint.
Okay.
So let me, yeah, assign to make
But if
sure.
all the I mean the transfer um is assigned to you, that we can't find the responsible person who responsible for this part of code in our real repository.
No, you missed the point. The thing
Mhm.
is, now for example, Pujita is working on a feature to generate a report. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
first she is going to push it to sample report. Now, what we
yeah,
were doing till now is, she was pushing to what we did is she pushed it to the sample repository. Okay,
yeah.
and she didn't push it to the repository provided by professor.
But
What happened is we completed the entire features, then we started committing it on the main repository.
I don't
So we don't
understand.
have. Hmm?
I don't understand. Can you explain it again?
So what we did in this sprint is, like,
Mhm.
so Pujita, for example, she worked on report feature, okay, and
Yeah,
then generating report feature. So she pushed it to the sample repository, okay, but she did
yeah.
not push it to the main repository. And once we finished all the story points of this sprint in the sample repository, then we pushed it to the main repository. So
Oh,
so there is no
okay.
history uh, in our main repository provided by the professor.
But
We
we
have we
have
have history in the sample repository, but we don't have a history in the main repository. So instead, what I can do is, now what we are doing is, now suppose Pujita done the feature of generating a report, and she marked status on Jira as done,
Yeah,
because she pushed it to the sample repository, but still the code is not on the main repository. So
yeah.
what I will do is, I will make sure that if someone updates their status as done on Jira, I'll make sure I will ask them, like if they don't, I will ask them, can you please push it to the main repository as well?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, did everyone get my point?
yeah. yes.
Yes,
Okay,
got.
so we'll move on to the. Okay, can you increase the size of the card? I don't think you can, right? Uh, okay. Leslie, can you increase the size of card?
I think not.
Oh,
Not.
mm,
Not.
okay, okay. 1 minute.
I
Let
think
me.
you can create a new card for the action items. I think there is a feature to link the action items to another card, you know.
I don't see it right now, but okay. So,
Okay, maybe you can go to like the content of second section still in the second section and
yeah, okay. So, yeah, so moving on to the next card, that is, we would have spent initial days to do the task that had the highest priority. For example, in this sprint, preparing the data set. So let me explain everyone the card. So the thing is, what issue we faced in this sprint is uh, we had what we call we did not have our data set ready. We thought, we can just get it from Kaggle or from somewhere, and we can do it. And we already started training on our sample data, and we what you call and we faced many issues, and we did not. Then once the training we had, once our algorithm was right, it has, good accuracy. Then we started working on preparing our final data set.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and preparing this data set was quite a heavy task, you know, and it took a lot of time. So this delayed everything. So what we can do is, in the planning meeting itself, we can assign, not assign, we can yeah, we can assign the task with highest priority to be done first in the
Yeah.
first part of the sprint,
Yeah.
and then moving on to the low priority task.
Yes.
Yeah, so what do you guys think action items built on this should be, and who is willing to take up this task of making sure the assignment is proper?
I can do that.
Okay, what do you think action item should be based on this card?
While discussing the planning meeting, I have to make sure the mm, highest priority task should be done earlier rather than.
Yeah, okay, so let me write an action item based on this. Action.
I think you dragged the wrong card.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Oh, okay,
dropped the third one.
Oh, okay. Let me. Okay, yeah. Let me write an action item based on this. It is assigned to Tanzil. Priority. Yes. So based on this, oh, it's not, yeah, it's updated. Yeah, so based on this, I wrote an action item that is assigned to Tanzil, and he can make sure the tasks with highest priority are done first in the planning meeting. Okay.
Why is
So
in the planning meeting?
During the planning meeting, like
during the planning meeting,
Oh, okay.
whatever we can assign priorities to the tasks,
Okay, good.
right? So yeah, the next card is we would have started to write technical paper a little earlier rather than after completing the user stories. So in the previous sprint, we spend the initial time on working the diagrams. So what we thought is, we made an action item based on this, that we will start coding parallelly. And in this sprint, we started coding, but then we did not write technical paper uh, fast. We didn't start it writing earlier.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we can do what you call the non-functional tasks as well as functional tasks parallelly.
Otherwise, we go like we have to set a date. On this date, we have to start this sync for non-technical.
No, no, yes, it was already, the dates were already assigned on Jira, but
No,
then the thing
because
is,
we like sometimes due to some other work, we are not starting this work on the time.
no, no, the thing is, dates are already assigned on Jira, but then one thing leads to other, Now the dataset was not ready, so we don't, we did not have a, how many images we are going to train, how many skin conditions we are trying to predict. So now this delayed writing the technical paper. So, but instead, like I think, few other sections of technical paper like introduction, abstract, this could have been written first, like parallelly. They did not have, we did not have to wait for this particular task to get completed to start writing the technical paper. So what we can do is in the next sprint, the functional task as well as the non-functional task can be done parallelly.
Yes.
Yes, what do you guys think about it?
Yes, we
So,
should start parallel.
okay, so yeah, who is going to make sure that these tasks are going on parallelly?
So I will do it.
Okay, let me write an action item based on this. Okay, okay, action items. I need to Abhi. Yes, so I wrote the action item based on this card. Unless you can click on the third card in the action items.
This one.
Yes, yeah. So the action item is assigned to Abhi. Make sure the functional and non-functional tasks are going on parallelly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move on to the next card. Okay, so I already brought it into the action items from the second section. That is, we would work more individually and parallel, not waiting for others, then start the next step work. I think this is same as the
Same here.
previous card we discussed.
Yes.
So let me just uh, write it like action item similar. One minute. Let me copy it. Yes, so yes, so I assigned action item to the, it's not updated here. Yeah, it got updated. So yeah, so moving on to the next card, that is we would start editing the presentation document and wiki page as soon as we are done with that particular part.
This one is
So
also similar.
yeah, but maybe we can because because I'm the one who is working on the wiki page and presentation. Maybe we can assign present editing the presentation part parallelly to everyone,
Yes.
and updating the wiki page. I will get it. I'll make sure that wiki page is updated regularly.
Okay.
Okay. What do you guys? Any suggestions or? Okay, so let me view it. 1 minute. View. Let me move this card to action items and action items. To regularly and to yes. So Leslie, can you click on this card?
Yes.
Yeah, so based on this card, I assigned like I wrote two action items. That is one, the updating PPT part regularly is assigned to everyone, and everyone can update PPT regularly. Once they finish working on their assigned task, they can update the PPT as well. And then updating the wiki page regularly is assigned to me. And once a particular section like the planning meeting is done, so I will make sure that it is updated on the wiki page then and then itself.
Okay.
Okay, so Leslie, you can close the task and yeah, so let's discuss this too as well because it has three votes. Uh, yes. So we moving on to the next card, that is we would write more detailed and understandable comments when commit, not only communicate and explain in chat. So let me move it in the action items. Yeah, so what do you guys think an action item based on this should be?
Mhm.
I think it should be assigned to everyone, like whenever they are committing the
Yeah.
code,
Yeah.
write it with proper comments.
And
Yes,
also to
Okay,
everyone
yeah.
who review the work.
yes.
Yeah.
Let me write an action item based on this. Everyone, right? Okay, Leslie, can you click on the card?
Wait 1 second. It's not up.
Oh, it's not updated. 1 minute.
Yeah, it's not up. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, so based on this, the action item is assigned to everyone. That is, everyone should write detailed comments while committing the code. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So moving on to the last card, that is, we would encourage ideas, suggestions from everyone before working on a story, so that we do not have disagreements later on. So the thing is, like, what happened is Pujita was working on the report, on generating a report, but
Yeah.
then we did not have proper meeting, on suggestions and ideas on what content should be in the report. And
Yeah.
she already made a report. Then everyone once she shared the screenshot of this particular report in the
Yeah.
group, everyone started giving their ideas and suggestions, like
Yeah.
there should be this particular section or that. So
Yeah.
instead, if these suggestions and ideas were given at the beginning itself while she was starting to work on the feature, it
Yeah.
would have been easier.
Yes.
Yes.
So what do you guys think an action item based on this should be?
So it's assigned to everyone.
Everyone.
No,
Yeah.
see,
Or
assignment
me.
is to everyone, but what should be the action item based on this?
I
Like
think we should
if
have a longer planning meeting or have a follow-up meeting as soon as possible after the planning meeting and discuss and describe how this function will be more detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The action item should be they can give some ideas like how report like should be.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because we
Like that.
mentioned this point in the planning meeting and we think, oh, we can talking about and discuss about the details later and then no discussion in the later. So that happened. So we should make sure we will have a discussion and the detailed the agreement will be made in the planning meeting or after.
Mm-hmm. Any other suggestions? Let me
Better.
let me move it to the action items. Okay, let me write an action items. It should be assigned to Scrum Master, right?
Okay.
Conduct. Yes, so I wrote an action item based on this and assigned it to Zuowen. Yep, can you click on the card?
Yes.
Yeah, so based on this action item is assigned to Zoen, that is conduct follow-up meeting after sprint planning meeting to discuss the features in detail.
Yeah.
So everyone can give their ideas and suggestions on that particular feature and the assigned team member can start working accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 So you can close the card. Yeah, so anyone else has anything to say that, what did we do right or anything that we would have done differently? Anyone has any suggestions or any points that we missed?
Mm,
no,
So
No,
I think,
everything is going good.
okay.
Yeah.
So, there were many things that we did right, and there were many things that we would have done differently, and we assigned action items based on this. And I hope, like the previous sprints, in the next sprint as well, the action items of sprint of this sprint of sprint 2 will be in what went well of the next sprint.
Yeah.
And so I think that's it for our sprint 2 retrospective meeting. This is Team Biased, you all. Thank you.
Thank you so
thank
Thank you.
much.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you.